Good evening. We are live on Facebook.
All right now. नमस्कार, नमस्कार, आदाब, गुड इवनिंग. नमस्कार, आदाब, गुड इवनिंग. संगीत और साहित्य की एक अनोखी शाम में मैं दीप्तेंदु म्यूजिक वरांडा के सभी श्रोताओं एवं दर्शकों का तहे दिल से स्वागत करता हूं. What started as a small community of music enthusiasts in 2020 has today transformed into a movement for spreading and celebrating Indian culture. भारत के रिच कल्चर का उल्लेख करते हुए चाहे बात करें शास्त्रीय संगीत की या लोकगीत की, फिल्म संगीत की, क्लासिकल डांस की या पोएट्री की, म्यूजिक वरांडा इन सभी आर्ट फॉर्म्स को सेलिब्रेट करता है और एनकरेज करता है. And when we recall, reminisce about India's cultural heritage, one name stands out. One name stands out, that of Rabindranath Tagore. सन 1913 में रविंद्रनाथ टैगोर गैर यूरोपियन मूल्य के पहले ऐसे शख्स बने जिन्हें नोबेल प्राइज फॉर लिटरेचर से सम्मानित किया गया. ये पुरस्कार उन्हें मिला गीतांजलि के लिए. गीतांजलि टैगोर की कविताओं का एक संग्रह है. सिर्फ इतना ही नहीं, सन 1911 में टैगोर ने भारत को जन गण मन के रूप में एक बहुमूल्य तोहफा दिया. Just imagine, India has been independent since 75 years, but our national anthem has been invigorating, galvanizing and energizing patriotism in us Indians since 111 years. रविंद्रनाथ टैगोर की लेगेसी को सेलिब्रेट करने के लिए और उनके काम को थोड़ा बेहतर समझने के लिए आज हमारे साथ एक बेहद खास गेस्ट प्रेजेंट हैं. पर इससे पहले कि मैं उन्हें आमंत्रित करूं, मैं इनवाइट करना चाहूंगा रूबी जी को आज की शाम की एक सुरीली शुरुआत करने के लिए. रूबी जी, यू आर ऑन म्यूट.
Unmute yourself, please. Unmute. Yes.
आज रविंद्रनाथ टैगोर का जन्मदिन है, 25 वैशाख. उसी के ऊपर मैं एक सॉन्ग गा रही हूँ, उन्हीं का लिखा हुआ. দেখা দি কারবার জন মেরো প্রথম শুভ তোমার প্রকাশ কুহেলিকা করে উদ্ঘাটন সূর্যের মতো তোমার প্রকাশ কুহেলিকা করে উদ্ঘাটন সূর্যের মতো এলো তার দেখা দি কারবার জন্মের প্রথম শুভ রিক্ত তার বক্ষ ভেদি আপনারে করো উন্মোচন রিক্ত তার বক্ষ ভেদি আপনারে করো উন্মোচন ব্যক্ত হোক জীবনের জয় ব্যক্ত হোক তোমা মাঝে অসীমের চির বিস্ময় ব্যক্ত হোক জীবনের জয় ব্যক্ত হোক তোমা মাঝে অসীমের চির বিস্ময় উদয় দিগন্তে শঙ্খ বাজে মোর চিত্ত মাঝে धन्यवाद.
Wow, thank you so much. Thank you, Ruby ji. So, this is the birthday song of Tagore, written by himself. Such a beautiful thing to do. And today it's a very beautiful day. Rabindranath Tagore ji ka birthday week हम लोग celebrate कर रहे हैं. And we have three esteemed filmmakers on Zoom with us. We have music scholars, we have authors from all across the timelines. A very, very big day for Music Veranda. Thank you so much, everyone. Or at the outset, a very big thanks to the curators, hosts, and all the participants, because to do a talk show on Rabindranath Tagore is not, it needs a lot of courage, it needs a lot of conviction, and it needs a lot of clarity. And to talk on this subject, we could not have a better person than Dr.Bedabrata Pain-the himself. So thank you so much. Vedoda, we have that liberty at Music Veranda to call you as Vedoda. So thank you so much.
Of course.
That liberty. And good morning to you. And Vedoda, like my understanding of Tagore, since I'm from Uttar Pradesh, Agra, and we were asked to write essays on Tagore. So that has been my understanding. But I was always, curious why my Bengali friends know more, naturally know more so much about Tagore, and why not me? So I think what seeks you is seeking you. And today, through this show, I think this is one of the openings of my curiosity. And while I was doing a lot of research on Tagore and on you, I see a very, very striking resemblance between both of you. So thank you so much. And Vedoda ko, like, इनके बारे में क्या कहें? Like, he's a very beautiful combination of logic, creativity, everything, and he is, today we click selfies, it's because of inventions of him and his team, CMOS technology. The credit goes to him, 89 patents to him. He's the filmmaker of Chittagong. See the vast contributions that he has given to the world. Chittagong is such an amazing movie. So, well, I would request Brahmanand sir to kindly share a little more about Vedoda, because you are a better person to speak on him, sir. So a warm welcome, Brahma sir, and always a big gratitude for connecting us to such good people. And one thing another thing that I want to say is, people like Brahma sir, Vedoda, Devi sir, you are very, very, you have done phenomenal work. You're very, very accomplished people, but you are always available to us. That is a very, very big thing that genius and creative people have. So thank you, Brahma sir, over to you.
I can't think of a more appropriate person than Bedo to talk about Rabindranath Tagore, and I would have wanted to listen. I'll have to move out, sadly, because this day was not planned for me, and for this. But छोटी मुंह बड़ी बात, मैं वेदों के बारे में जितना भी अपनी समझ से कह सकता हूँ वो जरूर कहना चाहूँगा. एंड मैं इसलिए भी कह रहा हूँ क्योंकि in any era, in any age, you have greats like Tagore, you have greats like Shakespeare. ये लोग एक ही सिक्के के इधर उधर हैं. And the reason that I'm saying so is because people like Shakespeare or Tagore, why they are great is not because they have written an X number of work and composed. They are great because they have not left anything untouched in terms of human behavior, human understanding, human nature, human emotions, and that is what sets great writers apart, great musicians apart, great poets apart. And I think that जिस तरह से शेक्सपियर ने कोई भी ऐसा पहलू जिंदगी का छोड़ा ही नहीं है किसी के लिए जो 500 साल के बाद भी लोग अभी भी उसी में उलझे हुए हैं, उसी के आसपास खेल रहे हैं हम. वैसे ही टैगोर इतना कुछ कर गए हैं, और जितना, मतलब मैं तो शायद एक पैसा भी नहीं जानता हूँ of that 100 paisa, but the kind of things that you keep discovering, the kind of things that when you hear others talk, when you explore a little bit, when you see his work, when you realize his work is great. So the reason that I am connecting Bedo there is because these are all Renaissance personalities. Okay, Renaissance personality, Da Vinci और ये लोग जो होते थे, उनका इंटरेस्ट सिर्फ एक चीज में नहीं होता था, उनका इंटरेस्ट 10 चीज में होता था, and they would be the masters of practically all of them. Whatever they would touch, whatever they would explore, in a different way, in a different era. Bedo is one of those जिसका interest इतना vast है. It shows a bright mind, no doubt, and IIT to NASA is a bright journey, undoubtedly. Ownership of countless patents is, all these are indicators, tiny indicators of a big mind that stays there. And this big mind is not just connected, this great mind is not just limited to the professional journey. It knows how to live a life. It knows how to live a life in terms of interests, in terms of passions, in terms of explorations, in terms of, finding out. And which is why you sit with Bedo, and you need not talk to him about NASA. You can continue to talk with him about music. He will not once mention, and he may not give even an indication that he is a scientist. Okay, he will talk to you about music in a way that it just enriches you, and it just excites you, it just turns you on, it just opens you up and things like that. So बोलने को बहुत कुछ है, other than, of course, as a human being. Again, it's his sense of humor, it's his kindness, it's his ability to relate with people, be nice to people, all these things put together. I always feel that कोई भी आदमी बड़ा ऐसे नहीं बन जाता है unless he is a good human being, and I think I will leave it at that, because बोलते जाएंगे तो टैगोर के जगह बेदो के ऊपर पूरा सेशन हो जाएगा.
So I think
yes. So I think I think हम आगे बढ़ते हैं, and I will let that. And do you want me to narrate that Gulzar wala thing what you have sent me?
I thought, look,
yes.
It's about Tagore.
Yes, no, it's great.
Yes,
It's great.
it's
It's
very
great.
keen that you read it. He was very keen
Yes,
that.
I will.
Yes.
Let me give a brief background to this before.
Yes,
So
please.
this was Gulzar Saab. We know. All of who doesn't know of Gulzar Saab. In fact, I just heard that Gulzar Saab is apparently translating.
Yes, Tagore's works. Yes,
I think that's very, very important for it to go outside Bengal.
Yes.
So he was obviously invited to Shantiniketan several times. In one of the ones, I don't remember exactly when. I think it's in 2017, but I could be mistaken. He gave his tribute to Rabindranath Tagore, and what a tribute it is, and what he said, those words. I think Brahma will say. I think the words will speak for themselves. I just want to say.
Yes, the images will speak, and I think, like Gulzar Sahab has, whatever we know of him as a lyricist, he is about many times, many dimensions deeper into life and into literature. And of course, his love for Bengali probably started with Bimal Roy, continued with his wife Rakhi, and several interactions with the Bengali greats and things like that. तो ये गुलजार साहब का एक छोटा सा ये है, मैं पढ़ता हूँ, but how well anyone who loves Tagore will relate with it. And it's a very unlikely start that he does. एक देहाती सर पे गुड़ की भेली बांधे लंबे चौड़े एक मैदान से गुजर रहा था. गुड़ की खुशबू सुन के भिन भिन करती एक छतरी सर पे मंडराती थी. धूप चढ़ती और सूरज की गर्मी पहुंची तो गुड़ की भेली बहने लगी, वो मेल्ट होने लगा. मासूम देहाती हैरान था, माथे से मीठे मीठे कतरे गिरते और वो जीभ से चाट रहा था, वो गुड़ का आनंद ले रहा था. मैं देहाती, मेरे सर पे ये टैगोर की कविता की भेली किसने रख दी.
What can you say?
What a brilliant, what a brilliant image, what a brilliant imagery, what a rich simple, rich tribute to the limitless sweetness that Tagore's works provides, and how you can keep on tasting that. You can keep on tasting that, keep on tasting that. So I think over to Anila, over to Diptendu, and Namaste Devidat ji, and Namaste everyone. Uh, great, uh, great evening. Looking forward to. अनिला, मैं थोड़ा जल्दी निकल जाऊंगा, मगर जाने के पहले एक छोटा सा टैगोर सॉन्ग अगर जो साहस मैं करूं तो मैं सुनाते हुए जा सकता हूं. अभी नहीं,
Yes, sir.
थोड़ी देर के बाद, थोड़ी देर के बाद. अभी तो
Right, sir. Thank
ठीक
you,
है.
Brahma. Thank you
Yes.
so much.
Absolutely,
Over.
absolutely, Brahma sir. And that was that was wonderfully narrated, Brahma sir. I heard the snippet that you just shared with us for the first time, and it was wonderful. Touched my heart.
Thank you.
And since we have the honor of hosting बेदोदा, so बेदोदा, आप हमारे साथ प्लीज शेयर करें कि आपका संगीत के साथ जुड़ाव कब से हुआ. How has your musical journey been? कौन-कौन सी संगीत की गलियों से होकर आप गुजरे हैं? Please share with us, and also the Tagore connection and what Tagore means to you.
Oh wow, those are a lot of questions.
Too many questions.
Too many questions in one go.
But,
Oh, yeah.
but as we Bengalis say, that I think all Bengalis, are introduced to music even before they're born. And I think music is so much part of our lives. At least when I was growing up, and it's funnily, it didn't used to be. I think that's a very important thing to realize, that in middle class Bengalis, during the late 18th century, late 19th century, even early 20th century, in educated middle class families, singing was considered kind of not a good thing. Singing, basically any kind of performance arts like theater and so on. Even now in Bengali we say cinema nemeche, means kind of a descended into cinema. So there is a descent associated with any kind of this performing arts. And I think one of the people who broke this barrier is Rabindranath Tagore. Before that, you had this classical music, Shastriya Sangeet, which we used to have. And it's a very, very elite, very refined taste is needed. Very handful of people can sing, and a few more perhaps appreciate. But by and large, you won't have that as a part of your daily life. So, but part of your daily life, the songs that you have, which you go to a workers, basti or whatever you want to call it, you see singing happening there. So it was a very weird situation. You had this Shastriya Sangeet, and then you have this, working people or farmers, after their work, they would be singing together. The middle class was weirdly left out of it. When that bridge was broken, was created, or not broken, this bridge was created by Rabindranath Tagore, where he brought music to common people, to one may say educated middle class people, but at least to them. There's a saying that it's a song sung by an individual. Most of Rabindranath's songs are sung by individuals, not chorus. There are a bunch of chorus as well, but mostly sung by individuals. It's song sung by an individual, but it resonates with the voice of 1,000 birds. That it feels like every song that he has written is for you. Everybody will say, oh, this song is just echoing my thoughts. And what he did is that he assembled music from various different places and brought it to us and made it okay to sing in regular Bhadralok, Bengali Bhadralok gathering. He made it okay to sing in front of your parents. And I think for me, one of the things that I have to say is one of the big influences that happened, apart from my family. Rabindra Sangeet was always, as we call it, Rabindra Sangeet, songs of Tagore, part of our lives. But one of my school teachers, Amit Das Gupta, he made us think, he made us see Rabindranath Tagore in a different way. He made us understand the nuances. And what has happened as a result, that even now when I hear or sing, actually when there is a good Rabindranath Sangeet, you know what I do? I fall asleep. It sounds paradoxical, but any good music makes me sleep. And I think that's one of the ways I kind of judge if it's a good music. Music must have that ability to go inside. So he made us appreciate words, that when you're singing, when you're listening, what do you see? How do those words become visual? And that's how I think Rabindranath Sangeet, or his words and his simplicity of his tune, connects to you. Because you know what Rabindranath Sangeet does, and I think we'll talk more, see more about it. Very simple words. Those words are not very complicated. Unlike say Bankim Chandra of his time, who was speaking in very complex words. Rabindranath's words are very simple. People can understand. Yet the way it's done in one of the songs that we'll sing, we'll see, he manages to give a divinity to even flirtation. He manages to make a flirtatious thing almost spiritual. And this is, and the way he constructs his words, way he takes you in one direction and then in the other time, and right next to it takes you in the other direction. That, like theory says, that you're going in the direction of light, but actually you're going in the direction of darkness. And I'll sing that song, you'll see. These are things that actually talk to you. These are things that remain with you. It is said, and maybe I should stop talking now. It is said that there is not a single thought, there is not a single emotion, there is not a single expression, there is not a single sentiment of a Bengali middle class that Rabindranath hasn't captured. You know, anybody that, I mean, people that are familiar with Tagore, very often they say, anytime they are in a moment when there is rains outside, when there is, you know, spring has come, when there is sadness, when there is joy, you turn to Rabindranath. And interestingly, and I think we will see more about it, he did not get picked up as much in the Hindi film world as one would have expected.
Yes.
But there are a few.
Well, they have picked up plenty of his tunes.
That's correct.
You know? Yes. Rather than lyrics, lyrics also.
Of course.
And I think just to add a little bit, you know, to what you're saying, is that he's not left any emotion untouched from a middle class gamut. And I think he always used simple words, like you said, and it was images which would turn you on. It was images that he would use, which is what made great poetry, which would like just capture your imagination, and they would be all so powerful. And I think the way he has used nature, in his lyrics, I can't think of anyone, you know, maybe in English poetry, Wordsworth or someone who's known for those things, probably. But I think he's like 200 times richer than Wordsworth. Again, no comparisons as such. But the way he has explored human nature, connected it with pure nature, found human nature in context. We talk about human beings on the value chain. He's probably one of the finest examples who make us realize where we stand on the value chain. Please continue.
And Brahma sir, the song that you were planning to sing,
yes,
does that echo some of the sentiments that you shared with us in words?
Yes, it does. I'll make one disclaimer to that song. अभी जब रेनू ने मुझे वो देहाती सर वाला line भेजा, second she sent this also. So I didn't know whether I was supposed to the Hindi translation of that song. So I don't know if it's by Gulzar or someone. I feel that it could be by Gulzar, but am I supposed to read it? तो एक बार मैं पढ़ दूंगा. And whenever I come on Music Veranda, Anila keeps asking, a few other people keep asking कि कुछ आप गा करके जाओ, कुछ आज तो बिना गाए हुए नहीं जा सकते हैं. तो काफी दिन मैं बाईपास कर जाता हूँ कि अगली बार. मगर आज मैंने अपनी तरफ से मधु रेनू को बताया कि ये गाना मुझे थोड़ा बहुत आता है, तो मैं एक गाने की जो साहस करूं तो चलेगा.
The virtual stage is yours, Brahma, since we are all here.
Okay. Now the only disclaimer that I am sharing is because I've come at a very short notice and don't much know. So if it was meant to be sung by someone else, please continue and sing, okay, in a proper way. I am just a passerby in Tagore's words and in the Sufi words, and you know, हाँ, तो ये मैं हिंदी में जो रेनू ने भेजा है वो मैं पढ़ देता हूँ और थोड़ा सा मैं गा भी दूंगा उसको, and then I'll hand it over and please continue. This is going to be a very rich session. I will listen to it. I have to hop on just because I have a long script session on Zoom जो चल रहा है almost every third day. I'm having to at this time to match the US timings. So थोड़ी सी छुअन लगी, थोड़ी सी बातें सुनी, उन्हीं से मन में मेरे रची मैंने फाल्गुनी, मन में फाल्गुनी. कुछ तो पलाश का नशा, कुछ तो पलाश का नशा, कुछ चंपा के गंध मिला, उन्हीं से सुर पिरोए रंग और रस का जाल बुना. जो थोड़ी देर पास आते, क्षणों के बीच में से चकित मन खोने में स्वप्न की छवि बनाते, जो थोड़ी भी दूर जाते, जो थोड़ी भी दूर जाते, भावना स्वर कपाते, उन्हीं से दिन बिताए, नूपुर के ताल गिने, थोड़ी सी छुअन लागी. एक टुकु छुअन लागी, एक टुकु कथा सुने. And but I think Hindi translation, anybody who you know, who's not a Bengali but also knows Bengali will realize it's not even 1/100th of what the Bengali, the succulency of those images, words. So it's for you now that you know the Hindi. Even those who don't know Bengali would probably enjoy it even more. But it's again the beauty of Range Rosher Jal Buni. How can you translate that in Hindi? Range Rosher Jal Buni. It's a lattice of rang and ras. You know, what a beautiful image. So, একটুকু ছোঁয়া লাগে, একটুকু কথা শুনি, তাই দিয়ে মনে মনে রচি মম ফাল্গুনি. একটুকু ছোঁয়া লাগে, একটুকু কথা শোনে, কিছু পলাশের নেশা, কিছু বাঁচা পায় নেশা, কিছু পলাশের নেশা, কিছু বাঁচা পায় নেশা, তাই দিয়ে যায় বেলা, রঙে রসের জাল বুনি, রচি মম ফাল্গুনি. একটুকু ছোঁয়া লাগে, একটুকু কথা শুনি, তাই দিয়ে মনে মনে রচি মম ফাল্গুনি. একটুকু ছোঁয়া লাগে, একটুকু কথা শুনি, যে কিছু আছে তে কাছে ক্ষণিকের ফাঁকে ফাঁকে, চকিত মনে প্রাণে স্বপনের ছবি আঁকে, যেটুকু যায় রে দূরে, ভাবনা তা পায় সুরে, যেটুকু যায় রে দূরে, ভাবনা তা পায় সুরে, তাই দিয়ে যায়, I'm forgetting the line. নূপুরের তাল গুনি, রচি মম ফাল্গুনি. একটুকু ছোঁয়া লাগে, एक थोड़ा सा छुआ लगा और मैंने मन ही मन फागुन रच लिया. अब फागुन रच लिया का कॉन्सेप्ट इतना रोमांटिक है, इतना रोमांटिक है कि you just can't have any translatable equivalent of that, you know. It's so beautiful. So I will stay for some more time. I have another 5-10 minutes or so, so I'll continue. I sang earlier so that I don't miss singing. Okay. So it was a little selfish, but please, anybody who had plans to sing this, you must continue to sing
Yes.
properly. This was just my indulgence. Over to you.
Okay. Thank you, Brahma.
थैंक यू सो मच, थैंक यू सो मच. अनम्यूट करके एक बारी ब्रह्मा सर के लिए तालियां हो जाए उनकी वंडरफुल सिंगिंग के लिए.
बहुत अच्छा लगा, बहुत अच्छा.
एक बार दीप्तेंदु के लिए भी तालियां, because Deeptendu is an engineer. He's an engineer by profession, but he follows his passion of hosting and singing so beautifully. So thank you, Deep.
Should I say just an engineer, because Bedo sir is here? Just an
That's
engineer.
correct.
Because
Thank you, Dr. Mahashweta. She's a music scholar, a music mentor, and she's doing significant research work on sustainability and music and connecting both. So thank you, Mahashweta, for curating this lovely show. And she has a friend also with us, Sadaf Munshi. So a warm welcome to her. Mahashweta, can you share a little about Sadaf? And then after a song or so, we'll invite her to share her works. Mahashweta, are you there?
Mahashweta ma'am, screen has
You
just
are on
frozen.
mute, ma'am. You're on mute,
Again.
ma'am.
I guess the connection.
Share a little about
I
Sadaf.
can see.
I've unmuted myself.
Two. I can see two Mahashwetas.
Can you see? Yeah, the thing is, Sadaf and I are friends since probably we were in the university. She was pursuing her MPhil in linguistics. I was pursuing in Indian classical music, and we met at the hostel. And she was very much interested in poetry. She is a poetess herself, and she used to work for Kashmir Doordarshan at that point in time, Srinagar, and then she had come to Delhi for higher education. And there was something, it clicked between the two of us, and we met. It was a house on fire. And then I stayed here, and she went on to pursue her higher studies. She got settled in the University of Texas. Then after 21 years, again we met last month. And it was the same magic happened again. And then I spoke about Music Veranda. I spoke about all of you, Anila, Bedoda, and everybody else, So she said, I would really like to come and meet up with you people. So I thought that, maybe that would be my small, token of gift to her, because she's a kind of person
connecting us to
And I would really like to welcome another student of mine. Thank you so much. Another student of mine, her name is Ananya Ajayan, and she's a lovely girl she lives in Dubai, and she has prepared a beautiful poem by Rabindranath Tagore again. And Ananya, could you please unmute yourself and introduce yourself, because she's got a very good voice. I would really want her to speak for herself. Thank you, Ananya. Over to you.
Hi, my name is Nanya. I'm in 5th grade and I study in GEMS International School in Dubai. And I have practiced a poem by Rabindranath Tagore today for you guys. Should I recite it now?
Ananya, go for it. Ananya, go for it.
So this is called Vocation. When the gong sounds 10 in the morning, and I walk to school by our lane, every day I meet the hawker crying, "Bangles, Christo, bangles!" There's nothing to hurry him on. There's no road he must take, no place he must go to, no time when he must come home. I wish I were a hawker, spending my day in the road crying, "Bangles, Christo, bangles!" When at 4 in the afternoon, I come back from the school, I can see through the gate of that house, the gardener digging the ground. He does what he likes with his spade, soils his clothes with dust. Nobody takes him to task if he gets baked in the sun or gets wet. I wish I were a gardener, digging away at the garden, with nobody to stop me from digging. Just as it gets dark in the evening and my mother sends me to bed, I can see through my open window the watchman walking up and down. The lane is dark and lonely, and the street lamp stands like a giant with one red eye in its head. The watchman swings his lantern and walks with his shadows at his side, and never once goes to bed in his life. I wish I were a watchman, walking the streets all night, chasing the shadows with my lantern. Thank you.
Beautiful. And Mahashweta ma'am, what Ananya just narrated in English language is originally what?
It
For
is
the benefit of
Feriwala.
everyone. Absolutely.
Yes, it's Feriwala by again, Tagore.
Yes.
Tagore's contribution towards Shishu Sahitya or towards the literary work, especially for children, is, I would say, immense. I mean, again, no comparison. The Western world has had their, Hans Christian Andersen's and Oscar Wilde's and all that. We have Rabindranath Tagore. And I'm very happy that she is a girl of today and she still reads Veranda.
And that is wonderful. Ananya, that was a beautiful narration. और अनिला जी, बेदोदा, हम बात कर रहे हैं कैसे रविंद्रनाथ टैगोर के वर्क्स बंगालीज में तो बहुत चर्चित हैं ही, बहुत प्रचलित हैं ही, पर हिंदी भाषी लोगों में शायद उतना प्रचलन नहीं है जितना हम चाहते कि होता। तो क्यों ना हम इस अपॉर्चुनिटी का फायदा उठाएं और कुछ बहुत ही बेहतरीन नगमे सुने हिंदी भाषा में। और हमारे साथ दो बेहतरीन सिंगर्स जुड़े हुए हैं, मैं एक एक करके उन्हें आमंत्रित करूंगा। मधु मुकेश जी हमारे साथ बने हुए हैं इस शाम। मधु मुकेश जी नमस्कार, कैसे हैं आप?
एकदम बढ़िया दीपेंदु भाई, थैंक यू सो मच।
और आज आप हमारे साथ कौन सा गाना शेयर कर रहे हैं?
मैं आज सबसे पहले तो आपको सबको जन्मदिन की बहुत बहुत बधाई, रविंद्र टैगोर साहब के, और देवोदा का प्रणाम, ब्रह्मा सर को प्रणाम मेरा इंदौर से। और मैं आज तलत साहब का एक नगमा लेकर के आया हूँ, राही मतवाले। तो आइए सुनते हैं।
राही मतवाले तू छेड़ एक बार मन का सितार, जाने कब चोरी चोरी आई है बाहर, छेड़ मन का सितार। राही मतवाले तू छेड़ एक बार मन का सितार, जाने कब चोरी चोरी आई है बाहर, छेड़ मन का सितार। राही मतवाले देख देख चकोरी का मन हुआ चंचल, चंदा के मुखड़े पे बदली का अंचल। देख देख चकोरी का मन हुआ चंचल, चंदा के मुखड़े पे बदली का अंचल। कभी छुपे कभी खिले रूप का निखार, खिले रूप का निखार। राही मतवाले तू छेड़ एक बार मन का सितार, जाने कब चोरी चोरी आई है बाहर, छेड़ मन का सितार। राही मतवाले।
ब्यूटीफुल मधु मुकेश जी, दैट वाज वंडरफुल, दैट वाज वंडरफुल। संगीत का सिलसिला इस वक्त अनिला जी रोकने का बिल्कुल मन नहीं कर रहा। मैं इनवाइट अप करना चाहूंगा मनीषा जी को। मनीषा जी, आई इनवाइट यू ऑन द वर्चुअल स्टेज, प्लीज सिंग अ सॉन्ग फॉर अस।
थैंक यू सो मच दीपेंदु। बहुत सारी चीज़ें जानने को मिल रही है, सो थैंक यू सो मच। एंड नमस्ते ब्रह्मा सर, देवो सर, देवी सर, सबको मेरा नमस्कार। तो आज मैं जो प्रेजेंट कर रही हूँ सॉन्ग अभिमान मूवी का लता किशोर डुएट सॉन्ग जो है वो नन्हा सा गुल खिलेगा अंगना, सुनी बैया सजेगी सजना। नन्हा सा गुल खिलेगा अंगना, सुनी बैया सजेगी सजना। जैसे खेले Thank you. Thank you so much.
Wow. That was beautiful. That was beautiful.
The Tagore song that goes with it is Jodi tare nai chini go
वाह, क्या बात।
Sheki amai nebe chine ei nobo falguner dine janine janine jodi tare nai chini go sheki.
That was great. And Anila ji, something that our viewers would definitely find interesting. The first song, the song that Madhu ji had sang, O Rahi Matwale. Bedoda, if you want to tell us what type of song is that? So I think we are going to talk about the types of song like folk song, traveler song, or songs sung by people who travel in boats. So I think.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that brings us to a very interesting part of Rabindranath's music. He went across genre, across collections. If you look at it, and since Brahma is there, I mean, one of the compositions he did when he was 17 years old was Bhanu Singher Padavali, written in Brajbuli. I mean, in Maithili. I think there would be songs sung from that later on. But like just to give you a vein, like he sings, Sunala Sunala Balika Rakha Kusuma Malika Inja Hunja Kheranu Sakhi Shama Chandra Nahire. This is Rabindranath writing when he's 17 years old, and in a language that he's not really familiar with. So what he has done, what he did, as I was telling you earlier, that he had synthesized music. He kind of, one may say, summarized music. So he takes from Lok Sangeet, like popular Lok Geetis, like Baul songs. From Shama Sangeet. Shama Sangeet is the music played to Ma Kali. He takes from that. He takes even from Hindi composition. He takes from Kirtan. Like, let me sing one quick one. That you will recognize the tune immediately. It goes like this. Hori nam diye jagat mata le amar ekla nitai. Hori nam diye jagat mata le amar ekla nitai. Now this is not Rabindranath. He takes the same tune, and what does he do?
Ekla chalo.
Ekla chalo re. So he takes from everywhere. He grew up in very Shastriya Sangeet, as we call it, the classical kind of a scenario. Yadu Bhatta, one of the great proponents of Shastriya Sangeet, he grew up with that. Then later on, he went to Europe. Even from Carnatic, he took a lot of his inspirations. In Bengali, we actually have something called Bhangagan. Bhangagan means something that you have broken and have taken. So, like we are talking about Hindi films, Tere Mere Milan Ki Rehna, taken from Rabindranath. Rabindranath has done the reverse as well, and has synthesized. Like, if you look at his Western influence, like I'll sing again. I think the song would be sung later on, so I'll just go not with the words, but it goes like this: Da ra da 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 ra. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. This is the Indian part. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. This is the Western part. So in one line, he goes from Indian, style to Western style. This is the synthesis that managed to do.
And again, very good exposure to the Western music also.
Extremely,
because of the family. Yes, the family. The
I think
culture,
we'll sing some of those Western influence songs.
Yes.
But like, for instance, that this song, a very, very popular Bengali song, the song that everybody knows. Bahe nirantara ananta ananda dhara. This is taken from a Hindi song. So this is Rabindranath taking from Hindi composition and going into this. Similarly, from Carnatic, there's a beautiful song. I won't even dare sing the whole thing. I'll just sing the first phrase. বাজে করুণ সুরে. This is taken from a Carnatic rag. I think it's
Wow.
rag Snigdhendra Madhyam. That's a rag
Wow.
that he
So
has taken
interesting.
things from.
So
I'll
Wow.
finish this part with a couple of things that I want to mention. There's Amita Sen, Amartya Sen's mother, who was in Shantiniketan. She recounts one situation where Bhimrao Shastri, Titimohan Sen, Rabindranath, all of them were, talking about music, classical raga phrases, and it started to rain. And at that point, Shastriji was humming a khambaj, and Rabindranath right there composed a music in khambaj top part. It, I mean, I'm sure those who know the
movement,
will recognize it. The song goes like this. Shokhiya dhare ekela ghore mono manena. It says, friend, in this alone in this room, in this solitude of the room, I mean, I don't know how to translate. My mind is restless. Again, if I translate it in English, it kind of loses something.
Loses that.
That's
Yes.
that sense of that loss that he
Yes.
manages to capture at that moment
Yes.
is just simply amazing.
Yeah.
And the last one I want to talk about is this Shama Shangit. Shama Shangit, again, as I said, songs to Mahakali. He turns it around and actually composes a song which is very iconic, and it was used by Ritwik Ghatak in his iconic movie Jukti Tokko Gappo. And it says that, mother, why are you looking at us? That those who you are trying to give attention to, they don't want your attention. They just want to use your name, and they would lie with that. So the song goes as Keno che acho guma mukho pane Keno che acho guma এরা চাহে না তোমারে চাহে না যে আপন মায়েরে নাহি জানে এরা তোমায় কিছু দেবে না মিথ্যা কবে শুধু হীন পরাণে কেন চেয়ে আছো গুমা. So this is the gamut. I mean, I've not even gone into his traditional melodies that he has used, but
amazing.
One of the things that he has done so brilliantly is that, Shastriya Sangeet, when you look at a khayal or whatever you look at, there's always the thing is that how does the swaras go? How does you go from one spot to another? It's that interplay that that's where you spend time. I mean, the words become not so important, and the intricacies of those swaras is what the classical maestros thrive on, and as a result it also becomes little inaccessible. Tagore's I think revolutionariness, Tagore's rebellion, if you will, is to simplify that and make into mix that with melody and words, and that almost all of his songs are rag based. They have been notations have been done. And if you go to Gita Bitan, which is like about a song of some 2,000 songs or so, 2,200 songs or so, they all have been, he made sure that they are annotated, and the Bengali and English notations are available. And they are all based on ragas, but they've all gone away from ragas, where he stressed on the melody and this emphasis on words. As we were talking about, you can see the words. That's where his melodies came.
Two quick things that come to my mind, Bedo, around what you're talking about is that he looks to me like a very interesting and a very, very compelling chain between the classical music that used to happen before film songs started happening. He is probably the connect, okay, because he took classical melodies, he took classical basses, and he wove it with he simplified it. He simplified it. He wouldn't go into elaboration of notes and things like that and going on endlessly. He just made it into a song, a melodic song, which people could sing, people could hum, and you didn't have to be a classical expert to sing a Rabindranath Tagore song. Of course, you needed a little basics, you needed to learn a little, but you didn't have to be an ustad to sing a Rabindranath Tagore song. And I think that he looks like a very interesting and a compelling chain between the film songs that we hear today. And in that connection, one thing which if you people already have on your agenda, nothing like it, in case you don't have, it's a tiny pointer from my side which is coming, which you guys should talk about. I won't be there to listen to you, but the entire Sthai, Antara, Sanchari, Abhog, the four movement, Abhog probably कुछ उनके गाने में है, film songs gave it up. Sthai, Antara, Sanchari, again Bengali school of musicians, Salil Chaudhary, S.D. Burman, these people continued with that Sanchari element. But it's a very, very important grammar of Indian Hindi film music, which they adopted without really giving any overt credit to where they adopted it from. But I think it's a very interesting area. So to whatever extent, whoever wants to talk about it, Vedo, maybe you can.
Well, Brahma, you kind of took my thunder, because I was going to talk about it a bit later. Not the Sanchari part I talked about when we were talking about Salilda, that in one of the Bengali things which is completely lost in Hindi music, and also I think in ghazals that tradition is not there, is of the Sanchari. So Sanchari being one of the parts of music that in ghazals you don't see at all. While in Bengali composition, you always go to a Sanchari, and all of Tagore's things go to Sanchari. But that's not what I was talking about. I was talking about, I said that he's the father of Indian pop music. I mean, I think Bengalis will lynch me.
That was the declaration that we were waiting for. This is going to take a show, landmark show, because
I honestly, I think
like he would try saying this. Yes.
This man died in 1941.
Yes.
We shouldn't forget that. We're singing his songs today, and they seem very modern and all that. Like Hindi tunes are based on that. He was composing, and he was not composing in 1941. He was composing in 1910, 1920.
20s, yes. Oh yes.
One of the things we forget, when Bob Dylan won the Nobel Prize for literature, and it was his music that kind of got him there. There was a lot of controversy that, how come music can, substitute for poetry? People forget that Gitanjali, even though it's presented as poetry, they're all sung. They're all songs.
Yes, yes.
Western world hadn't heard that, but for us, all of those were actually songs. So in fact, for a long time, when I looked at Gitanjali, I'm like, wait a minute, these are all songs. Why is it poetry? So this is the first step that he had taken, that connection between khayal. Words are very unimportant. You may even have a bandish, but the words are still very unimportant. He takes that leap where poetry becomes music. And that's what I was talking, that you can see the words. Whenever I listen to Rabindranath Tagore sing, especially when I sing, I try to visualize the words. And that's what I think gives a meaning. And in that sense, and also the fact that he simplified music, as you were talking about, that he completely simplified music. Yeah, Rabindranath still requires a lot of training. Nobody can just go and sing. I mean, there is a particular style of singing. But it became very accessible. You could have it play in your gramophone and be going about doing your work. And it's in this sense that he started the grammar of what became Hindi film songs, what became Bengali songs.
Very cool.
All take their cue, their structural cue, at least grammatical cue, from what Rabindranath created. And this part is not often talked about, that he was people talk about Rabindranath in many, many aspects, and all of those are true. I mean, he was a giant of a person, of course, and we know that. I mean, there's nothing much can be said about it. But what is often missed is that he was a rebel. He was an experimentalist. This part, I think, is not stressed upon as much.
Yes.
To create this structure of music requires not just a genius, but a mind of a rebel.
Yes, and another big thing probably that he did was he took from the West the idea of notation music, so that it remains, so that before that, Khyal, Tumri, Tappa, Dadra, all those were subject to your interpretation, and the guru teaching the shishya and the shishya teaching their shishya and so on. But here
I was about to come to this, the staff notation. He did introduce.
Absolutely. So my loss entirely that I won't be able to continue listening, but I will catch all these things over your Facebook live later. I have had to step out around 9:30 latest, so I will do that. And all the best, Bedo and Mashweta and Devi ji and everyone. Anila, thank you very much for calling me even for some time. And
thank you, sir. And Brahma sir, you had promised till 9, but you are here till
I know.
And I'm so thankful for that. I'm so thankful for that.
Hey, thank you, Brahma. That was amazing. You always know how to lift a program up.
Amazing conversations. Thank you. And I
Brahma sir, I'd just like to add on something. I always used to tell my father that if Rabindranath Tagore was here, I mean, in our generation, probably he would have had become a filmmaker. So my father told me once that, don't crib about it so much, because the first moving picture where singing was introduced, we have already given him a credit sort of a thing by keeping a Tagore's song, and it was a Bengali film. He told me the name of the film also. I forgot the name of the film, but the song was Dine Shishe Ghumer Deshe, and it was an amazing song. So my father said, he got his due, don't you worry.
Lovely.
So that's what.
No, the good part is that he continues to get his due, and like one line that Javed Akhtar said in my R.D. Burman film, and I think that's true for all great people, he said कि बड़े लोग वक्त के साथ और बड़े बनते जाते हैं और जो छोटे लोग होते हैं उन्हें लोग भूल जाते हैं. I think what a marvelous line, that it keeps growing, that people who have merit, who have stature, who have done something, their worth continues to be recognized by generations, and each generation will add something to that. And I think there are some, you'll be surprised, some absolutely yuppie people in their 20s and 30s who, the moment they direct their attention to Rabindranath Tagore and they're able to, connect it with something contemporary and build on his iconoclastic elements of that rebellion that Bedo was talking about, they might create something. They're already creating, some films and some songs, which is quite revolutionary, which I'm sure you may be able to touch upon. So I'll continue listening to this 2-3 hours later or tomorrow morning on the Facebook Live. And right now I'll leave. And thank you, Bedo, and please continue. This is a lovely session.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
you so much.
Thank you, Brahma sir. Thank you so very much for being with us.
Can we have we are in music veranda, can we have some music?
Yes.
Yes.
Let's have music now.
Absolutely. And I can see that Divakar is raring to go. His hands are already on the harmonium. Divakar, मैं invite करना चाहूँगा आपको virtual stage पे.
Thank you so much, Deeptendu sir. First of all, welcome sir in Music Veranda. आपका बहुत स्वागत है Music Veranda में, Bedo sir. And मैं अपने आप को बहुत blessed feel कर रहा हूँ कि मैं आपके सामने कुछ बोल पा रहा हूँ. So thank you so much, Music Veranda, for giving me this opportunity. And sir, I don't know very much about Rabindranath Tagore, but I just say that कि वो ऐसी शख्सियत हैं जिनको याद रखने की जरूरत नहीं है. वो सीधा दिल में हमारे पहले से भगवान ने उनको बिठा दिया है, उनको याद रखने की जरूरत नहीं. तो इसी के साथ सर मैं उन्हीं का लिखा हुआ एक गाना कोशिश कर रहा हूँ, अगर मेरे से कोई गलती होगी तो प्लीज मुझे इसकी गुस्ताखी समझ के माफ कीजिएगा। गहन कुसुम कुंज माझे मृदुल मधुर बंसी बाजे। गहन कुसुम कुंज माझे मृदुल मधुर बंसी बाजे। बिसरी त्रास लोक लाज सजनिया लो। गहन कुसुम कुंज माझे। पिनह चारु नीलबास हृदय प्रणय कुसुम रास। पिनह चारु नीलबास हृदय प्रणय कुसुम रास। हिरैन नेत्र विमल हास हरिण नेत्र विमल हास। कुंज वन में आओ गहन कुसुम कुंज माझे मृदुल मधुर बंसी बाजे। बिसरी त्रास लोक लाज सजनिया गहन कुसुम कुंज माझे। बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया।
Wow,
Lovely,
Divakar,
lovely, lovely.
that was beautiful.
Thank you so
That
much.
was mesmerizing, Divakar. And Anila ji, we have.
I would just like to
Yes,
say
sir.
one
Yeah.
thing. Diptendu, he
Yes, ma'am.
learned this piece today only,
My
and
God.
his voice is not in a good condition. And I just had to persuade him कि तुम गा लोगे, तू गा लेगा. You know, it's like, and I would just say, I'm saying this in public. मेरा जो expectation था ना, उससे तुमने थोड़ा सा better ही गाया. तो जब गला ठीक हो जाएगा, I expect a better. You know, you've already created your benchmarks.
Thank you so much,
So
ma'am.
much.
And thank you so much, Mahashweta ma'am, for encouraging me. And मेरे लिए बहुत टफ चीज ये थी कि जो रविंद्रनाथ जी ने जो विजुअलाइजेशन से इस गाने को बनाया होगा उसको मैं दिखा पाऊँ अपनी गायकी से. So that was the toughest part for me. And I think मैंने अपना 100% दिया है. अब बाकी सब आप लोगों के
नहीं,
ऊपर
तुमने
है.
हरिहरन के स्टाइल में गाया है जो बहुत अच्छा है अपने इसमें, you know, very creative.
A big landmark, big achievement of this show कि दिवाकर का जो एक था कि ये रविंद्रनाथ टैगोर, he said मैं तो कभी नहीं गाया है रविंद्रनाथ टैगोर और पहली बार गाया, तो एक बहुत बड़ा बैरियर हमने ब्रेक किया है. So I congratulate Music Veranda on this. Thank you, and
Thank you, ma'am.
we'll be very happy to hear Siddharth.
Yeah, Sadaf ma'am, we have been waiting to hear from you, and please share your thoughts about Tagore with us.
Thank you very much. I'm really happy to be here with all of you Bengali people, one Kashmiri in the minority. So I'm kind of intimidated talking about Tagore to Bengalis. So I was introduced to Tagore many years ago when I was studying in Delhi. I mean, I had heard songs, but I was seriously introduced in Delhi. And then I pursued, I used to read the poems and their translations. I don't know Bengali language, but I can understand some of it if it's transcribed in a different script. So I've been learning some of the poems. I will not dare to read any of them in Bengali, but I have a couple that I wanted to read today, just one short poem or maybe two. But I wanted to say a few words about a project that I worked on recently. I'm a linguist and I do documentary linguistics, language documentation. And I work on documenting endangered linguistic traditions. And I've been recently focusing my attention on poetic traditions. So I've been exploring different poetic traditions around the world, especially in South Asia and also in Kashmir. And during the pandemic, I got an opportunity to meet some musicians. When I was working, I had invited a musician from Kashmir, and it was supposed to be a Kashmiri event, and then it got canceled because of the pandemic. And the artist got stuck in my house for 2.5 months because of the travel ban. So we ended up working on a project with an Iranian musician who is also a great fan of Tagore. So the Iranian musician Ehsan Maturi, he plays santur. He wanted me to work with him on a multilingual project to be a linguistic advisor on that. It's called The Voices and Bridges, and we have a song called Jete Nahi Debo, based on a very popular poem by Tagore, which starts as Jete Nahi Debo. If you're interested, I can share that with you later. But that was an amazing thing. I really enjoyed working on that. I will just read. I'm a poet as well. I write in Kashmiri, Urdu, and English. I would like to read 1 or 2 short poems, very short poems, that are my favorite from his collection, The Gardener. And here it is. So this one is number 20 from The Gardener. Day after day, he comes. Day after day, he comes and goes away. Go and give him a flower from my hair, my friend. If he asks, who was it that sent it, I entreat you, do not tell him my name, for he only comes and goes away. He sits on the dust under the tree. He sits on the dust under the tree. Spread there a seat with flowers and leaves, my friend. His eyes are sad. His eyes are sad, and they bring sadness to my heart. He does not speak what he has in mind. He only comes and goes away. And then there's this another short one. Why did he choose to come to my door? It's from The Gardener, number 21. Why did he choose to come to my door, the wandering youth, when the day dawned? As I come in and out, I pass by him every time, and my eyes are caught by his face. I know not if I should speak to him or keep silent. Why did he choose to come to my door? The cloudy nights in July are dark. The sky is soft blue in the autumn. The spring days are restless with the south wind. He weaves his songs with fresh tunes every time I turn from my work and my eyes fill with the mist. Why did he choose to come to my door? The wandering youth in the day dawn. Thank you.
Wow, that was beautiful, Sadafji. That was beautiful. And whenever I hear a poetry narrated with such emotion and sweetness, just like you did, it makes my heart feel very, very good. Because earlier I used to did not like words too much. I used to focus on the music and the melody, but by God's grace, I'm able to enjoy the words as well now. So thank you.
Thank you.
And and let us keep the momentum going and listen to some more beautiful songs. Ruby ji started the program with a beautiful song, and Ruby ji, अगर आप हमारे साथ हैं, तो
Can we invite Purnima? She's like
yes.
Yes.
Oh, why not? But I don't see Purnima ji's video on. Purnima ji, are you there with us? Yes, she is.
Yeah, yes sir. Hello.
हेलो पूर्णिमा जी, कैसी हैं आप?
हेलो सर, मैं ठीक हूँ, आप कैसे हैं?
बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया। आज
Hello,
आप क्या
everyone.
सुनाएंगे हमें?
सर एक बहुत ही सुंदर सॉन्ग है, बहुत ही प्यारा, रुदाली मूवी का है, वो मैं सुनाऊंगी। आवाज आ रही है? यारा सिली सिली बिरहा की रात का जलना यारा सिली सिली यारा सिली सिली ओ यारा सिली सिली भोला सिली सिली यारा सिली सिली बिरहा की रात का जलना देवी कोई देना है ये भी कोई देना है ये भी कोई मरना यारा सिली सिली बिरहा की रात का जलना यारा सिली सिली ढोला सिली सिली टूटी हुई चूड़ियों से जोड़ोगी कलाई में पिछली गली में जाने क्या छोड़ आई मैं टूटी हुई चूड़ियों से जोड़ोगी कलाई में पिछली गली में जाने क्या छोड़ आई मैं बीती हुई गलियों से बीती हुई गलियों से फिर से गुजरना यारा सिली सिली ढोला सिली सिली ओ यारा सिली सिली बिरहा की रात का जलना यारा सिली सिली ढोला सिली सिली थैंक यू सो मच
Wow.
That was
Beautiful, beautiful. Diptendra, if I may add,
Can we have? Yes.
yes,
Veduda is speaking.
Yes,
sir.
Veduda.
Just very quickly, I just wanted to say that the relevance of this song is that it's not taken from any Tagore songs, of course, but this movie, which is Lekin, was based on a Rabindranath story called Khudito Pashan, and so that's a connection. So this movie Lekin was based on a Rabindranath story. In fact, the Khudito Pashan has been filmed many times in many different forms. So I was very happy to hear the song from that movie.
Thank you so much.
It was beautiful. And Anila ji, you were saying something.
No, I was just saying, Veduda, can we have 2-3 songs, and in case there is some reference, you can please suggest us. So Deeptendu, who's next?
So
Rubidi, we can invite.
Absolutely, and I think.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not sure if I'm audible to everyone, but hello.
Let's invite Mahashweta and then Rubidi.
Sure.
She has something.
Yes, and before the meeting started, Mahashweta ma'am said that she'll be singing a westernized version of Rabindra Sangeet. So I'm eager to listen to it. I'm sure everyone is.
Unmute.
Am I audible? So the song that I've chosen is also known as Scotch Bhopali, because Rabindranath Tagore was being inspired by a beautiful Scottish ballad, and then he combined this with Rag Bhopali, and he created this beautiful piece. And it goes like this. I'll sing the Scottish piece first, and then the Rabindra Sangeet. It goes like this. Should all acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should all acquaintance be forgot and days look lang syne? Should all acquaintance be forgot and never কথা ভুলে গিয়ে আয়ুষ চোখে দেখা কানে কথা শুনে কি ভোলা যায় পুরানো সেই দিনের কথা ভুলে গিয়ে আয়ুষ চোখে দেখা প্রাণের কথা শুনে কি ভোলা যায় Wie war Heiratpapa, the Feldern without sign. We won the morning, very good, and Portland sign. For Portland sign, my dear, for Portland sign. You talk a couple times yet, for Portland sign. But I won't get you by night. ভুলেছি তোরা বাজে বাঁশি গান গেয়েছি তারা আর মাঝে বলে চারা চারে আবার দেখা যাবে আনশকা প্রাণের মাঝে This actually goes for Sadaf, you know. We met after 21 years.
Thank you, Shweta.
That was beautiful, माशवेता मैम. और अनिला जी, माशवेता मैम, आप जानती हैं एक और गाना मेरे जहन में आ रहा है जो मैंने सुना था हाल ही में, which is भालो बेशे शोखी, which is on the similar lines as the song that you just sang, and it goes like this. ভালোবেসে সখী নিভৃতে যতনে আমার নামটি লেখো তোমার মনের মন্দিরে ভালোবেসে সখী নিভৃতে যতনে আমার নামটি লেখো তোমার মনের মন্দিরে আমার পরাণে যে গান বাজিছে তাহার তালটি শিখো তোমার চরণ মঞ্জিরে ভালোবেসে সখী নিভৃতে যতনে আমার নামটি লেখো তোমার মনের মন্দিরে ধরিয়া রাখিও সোহাগে আদরে আমার মুখর পাখি তোমার প্রসাদ প্রাঙ্গণে ভালোবেসে সখী নিভৃতে যতনে আমার নামটি লেখো তোমার মনের মন্দিরে. All right, now thank you. Pardon the pronunciation. I'm sure it is not exact, but yeah. और इसी के साथ हम गानों का सिलसिला आगे बढ़ाते हैं. रूबी जी, would love to hear from you once again. और इस बार कुछ क्लासिकल टच में.
थैंक यू दीपेंद्र. नमस्कार सबको. अभी मैं मालकोस राग के ऊपर सुना. আনন্দধারা বহিছে ভুবনে আনন্দধারা বহিছে ভুবনে দীন রজনী কত অমৃত রস উথলি যায় অনন্ত গগনে আনন্দধারা বহিছে ভুবনে পালকারের বিশ্বসী অঞ্জলি ভরিয়া সদা দীপ্ত রহে অক্ষয় জ্যোতি পালকারের বিশ্বসী অঞ্জলি ভরিয়া সদা দীপ্ত রহে অক্ষয় জ্যোতি নিত্য পূর্ণ ধারা জীবনে কিরণে আনন্দ ধারা বহিছে ভুবনে বসিয়াছ কেন আপন মনে স্বার্থ নিমগ্ন কি কারণে বসিয়াছ কেন আপন মনে স্বার্থ নিমগ্ন কি কারণে চারিদিকে দেখো চাহি হৃদয় প্রসারী ক্ষুদ্র দুঃখ সব তুচ্ছ মানি চারিদিকে দেখো চাহি হৃদয় প্রসারী ক্ষুদ্র দুঃখ সব তুচ্ছ মানি প্রেম ভরিয়া লহ শূন্য জীবনে আনন্দ ধারা বহিছে ভুবনে দীন রজনী কত অমৃত রস উথলি যায় অনন্ত গগনে আনন্দ ধারা বহিছে ভুবনে। Thank you.
Ah, beautiful.
Beautiful. And Diptendu, I would just like to say here that let us pace the show up and let us have maximum sharing from Veduda. So I would request everyone to just start with their song and not use tracks. Okay, so Diptendu, I think we should invite Veduda to share something about like these beautiful songs if he has something to say. And he said Rabindranath, the father of Indian pop music, is very, very intriguing, very interesting. Can you just elaborate a little more on that?
Anila, I can, but I think since we're running late, let's have a few more songs and then we can, I think when I come and talk about Chittagong, I think we can cover some of them.
Okay. That's it. So I would Diptendu just call out names and let's start.
And up next we have got Dinesh ji. Dinesh ji, are they with us?
Yes. Thank you. Pranam Devi sir, namaste Vedant sir. और आज आपको सुनने का बहुत अच्छा अवसर मिल रहा है और आपकी फिल्म जो शायद मैंने देखी नहीं है लेकिन सुना था आपने बनाई फार्मर्स के ऊपर जो बहुत रियलिटी बेस्ड फिल्म है देजा।
अभी वो खत्म नहीं हुई, मतलब वो एडिट खत्म हो गई, वो पोस्ट प्रोडक्शन चल रही है।
अच्छा, थैंक यू। उसको देखने मैं गा रहा हूँ फिल्म काबुली वाला से गाना है जो हेमंत मुखोपाध्याय साहब ने गाया है, गुलजार साहब ने लिखा है, सलील चौधरी साहब का संगीतबद्ध किया हुआ है। कोशिश कर रहा हूँ। गंगा आए कहाँ से, गंगा जाए कहाँ रे, आए कहाँ से जाए कहाँ रे, लहराए पानी में जैसे धूप छावरी। गंगा आए कहाँ से, गंगा जाए कहाँ से, लहराए पानी में जैसे धूप छावरी। गंगा आए कहाँ से, गंगा जाए कहाँ रे, लहराए पानी में जैसे धूप छावरी। रात कारी दिन उजियारा मिल गए दोनों साए, रातकारी दिन उजियारा मिल गए दोनों साए, सांझ ने देखो रंग रूप के कैसे भेद मिटाए रे, लहराए पानी में जैसे धूप छाँव रे, गंगा आए कहाँ से गंगा जाए कहाँ रे, लहराए पानी में जैसे धूप छाँव रे, कांच कोई माटी कोई रंग बिरंगे प्याले, हे हे हे, कांच कोई माटी कोई रंग बिरंगे प्याले, प्यास लगे तो एक बराबर जिसमें पानी डाले रे, लहराए पानी में जैसे धूप छाँव रे, गंगा आए कहाँ से गंगा जाए कहाँ रे, लहराए पानी में जैसे धूप छाँव रे, गंगा आए कहाँ से गंगा जाए कहाँ रे, लहराए पानी में जैसे धूप छाँव रे। थैंक यू।
Nice. That was wonderful, Dinesh ji.
Ditendu, I'm calling Sunil from Ayodhya. Sunil,
Sure.
हाँ, मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूंगी सभी एक ही अंतरा गाएं। सुनील आप आइए।
जी मैम, मैं एक फिल्म कबूली वाला से ही एक सॉन्ग गाने की कोशिश करूंगा। ऐ मेरे प्यारे वतन, ऐ मेरे बिछड़े चमन, तुझ पे दिल कुर्बान, तू ही मेरी आरज़ू, तू ही मेरी आबरू, तू ही मेरी जान, ऐ मेरे प्यारे वतन, ऐ मेरे बिछड़े चमन, तुझ पे दिल कुर्बान, तेरे दामन से जो आए उन हवाओं को सलाम, चूम लूं मैं उस जुबां को जिस पे आए तेरा नाम, सबसे प्यारी सुबह तेरी, सबसे रंगी तेरी शाम, तुझ पे दिल कुर्बान, तू ही मेरी आरज़ू, तू ही मेरी आबरू, तू ही मेरी जान। थैंक यू।
Oh wow.
बहुत सुंदर सुनील, बहुत सुंदर। और सुनील अयोध्या से थे और अब मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूंगी नीना फ्रॉम जयपुर। See, the idea is, to bring everybody close to Tagore. So that is why we have performances from all over the country. Nina, are you there? Yes, Nina. Please go ahead, Nina. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, Nina, please. Yes, go ahead, please.
Anila, there is some sound issue. I can't hear.
We can hear you,
Someone
Nina.
else sing?
Okay, right, Nina. ठीक है. Then you wait for some time. मधु मुकेश जी, आप अभी गाना चाहेंगे या वेट करेंगे?
मैं गा लेता हूँ तो फिर
Sure, sure. Go ahead. जी, go ahead.
और ये मुझे अभी मतलब तैयार किया मैंने। एक्चुअली बंगाली मेरा ज़बान नहीं है और हिंदी भी बहुत अच्छे से नहीं बोल पाता हूँ, इंग्लिश तो बहुत ही कम आती है मुझे, पर कोशिश की है। तो देवोदा थोड़ा सा आप पसंद करिएगा इसे और जबरदस्ती मेरी तारीफ कीजिएगा प्लीज।
আমি তোমায় যত শুনিয়েছিলেন গান, আমি সময় যত चांद से माथे पे बिंदिया झिलमिलाए ऐसे, चांद सूरज रात में एक साथ चमके ऐसे, चांद से माथे पे बिंदिया झिलमिलाए ऐसे, चांद सूरज रात में एक साथ चमके ऐसे, जी करे ये उम्र यूं ही देखते कट जाए, আমি তোমায় যেতে শুনিয়েছিলেম গান, চন্দা দেখে চন্দা। Thank you.
Wow, wow, wow. Lovely. I love
Very
that.
nice.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Dipendu,
Yeah.
can we invite
And-
Vedota to sing now?
ओ यस, बट मैं देख रहा हूँ वेदोदा को लोग देवोदा कह रहे हैं बार बार, बट इट्स वेदोदा।
पता तो चल रहा है किसको वो पुकार रहे हैं, बस वही उतना काफी है।
बट वेदोदा, आपसे हम और सुनना चाहेंगे, और अभी तक जितना भी सुना आपसे हमें बहुत बहुत अच्छा लगा। आप प्लीज हमें कुछ और सुनाएं, कुछ और नगमे हमारे साथ ऐसे शेयर करें जो आपके दिल से।
Dipendu, we'll like him to sing something, and then some sharing. Yes.
Okay, so then I don't know which one to. I want to kind of sing two songs. One which is very connected to Chittagong. The other one was a well-known Hindi song. So tell me which one you want to hear.
We would like which is connecting to Chittagong.
Okay, fine. So this song actually, Chittagong, when we are composing music with Shankar S.R. Loy, so there was one of the songs, Bolona, which won the national award eventually. We were talking about what the song should be, because it was picturized on. It's actually not one place. It goes through the movie where the sequence starts in a very romantic way and ends in a tragedy, in a loss. So Shankar Mahadevan said, which rag would you think of? So I said, the only rag I can think of that has both of these feelings is Rag Bageshri. So Shankar said that, I have never done any music in Bengali. So do you have any Bengali composition in Rag Bageshri that you can play for me or sing for me? So there are two songs. I mean, one of them was by Kazi Nazrul Islam. And that's also a very, very, very beautiful song. But I sang the other one, which was from Rabindranath Tagore. And this is, Rabindranath has composed in many, many different rags, but Rag Bageshri, which is such a sweet rag, he has only one or two composition. And this one composition that I sang, it goes something like this. যে রাতে মোর দুয়ার গুলি ভাঙলো ঝড়ে, জানি নাই তো তুমি এলে আমার ঘরে, যে রাতে মোর দুয়ার গুলি ভাঙলো ঝড়ে, সব যে হয়ে গেল কালো, নিবে গেল দ্বীপের আলো, আকাশ পানে হাত বাড়ালে কাহারো তরে, জানি নাই তো তুমি এলে আমার ঘরে, যে রাতে মোর দুয়ার গুলি ভাঙলো ঝড়ে, অন্ধকারে রঙিন করে স্বপ্ন মানি, ঝড় যে তোমার জয় ধ্বজা তাই কি জানি সকাল বেলায় চেয়ে দেখি দাঁড়িয়ে আছো তুমি কি ঘর ভরা মোর শূন্যতারি বুকের পরে জানি নাই তো তুমি এলে আমার ঘরে যে রাতে মোর দুয়ার গুলি ভাঙলো ঝড়ে. So this is a song that I
Wow.
sang based on Rag Bhageshri.
Lovely, lovely, lovely.
And
Thank you so
Shankar said that sir, bas aur kuch mat kahiye, kal aap aa jaiye. And this was actually a very horrible time in my life. And the next morning at 8 in the morning, I was I just couldn't be in my place. I was in Bandra at that time, and in Reclamation, from Reclamation, I walked to their studio, which is also in Bandra. I was quite sweaty when I arrived at 8 in the morning. And I didn't expect the studio to be open, but it was open and Shankar was there. And he said, yes, sir, I have composed it. And he sang, Bolo na, bolo na, bolo na, bolo na. रुतबों को घर से निकलने तो दो बोए थे मौसम खिलने तो दो होठों की मुंडेर पे रुकी मोतियों सी बात बोल दो फीकी फीकी सी है जिंदगी चीनी चीनी ख्वाब घोल दो देखो ना बीत जाए ये लम्हे ये घड़ियां बोलो ना बोलो ना बोलो ना बोलो ना. So of course the words came later. Prasoon Joshi's amazing words, and Shankar, but the Bolo Na came from Shankar and it was entirely based on Rag Bhageshri. So although they're very different composition, it's not the same tune, but based on the same rag. And I like to think that Rabindranath Tagore had a role to play in the national award of that Bolo Na got. So that's one of the stories, and I think this is what Rabindranath has done, that he has made music very accessible, that you can talk to somebody who has never heard Rabindranath Tagore before, and that person can get inspired by that and then come back the next day with this kind of a tune.
Veduda, we have an admirer of yours, Asha Mausi. उन्होंने ना आपकी पिक्चर देखी थी और मैंने उनका मैसेज भी आपको भेजा था. So I told her, yeah, Asha Mausi, she's a Mausi from Indore, and I was talking about your movie, and next day उन्होंने चिटागोंग YouTube पे देखी. और Asha Mausi, over to you, कुछ शेयर करें.
नमस्ते सर.
नमस्ते.
हाँ, मैंने अनिला ने उस दिन बोला तो मैंने नेक्स्ट डे YouTube पे देखी. वंडरफुल पिक्चर, बहुत ही अच्छी पिक्चर लगी मुझे. और इतनी मतलब मेरे को तो ऐसा लगा एकदम रियल स्टोरी है, तो मैं तो एक बार में वो पिक्चर देख ही नहीं पाई. मुझे तो देख के ऐसा लगा अरे क्या होगा, थोड़ी देर बंद कर देती फिर उसको देखती. पर पूरी पिक्चर देखी और क्या पिक्चर बनाई है आपने, बहुत सुंदर पिक्चर बनाई है. उसकी हीरोइन बहुत सुंदर थी, कौन थी मुझे नहीं पता मैंने. पर बहुत अच्छी लगी पिक्चर मेरे को.
थैंक यू सो मच.
ये रियल स्टोरी है ना.
बिल्कुल.
हाँ, मतलब क्या गजब बच्चों ने, मतलब क्या गजब किया बच्चों ने भी ना इंडिपेंडेंस के लिए. हाँ, बहुत गजब था. बहुत अच्छी.
Asha Mausi, and I really wanted कि आप मिले एक बार वेदोदार से और खुद बोले ये.
हाँ, अरे मेरे को क्या, मेरे घर में बच्चे लोग आ गए थे तो मैं एकदम दिमाग से उतर गई. अभी एकदम मेरे को ध्यान आया, मैंने कहा लगा के देखती हूँ, शायद चल रहा हो प्रोग्राम तो मैं मिल पाऊँ आपसे. तो हाँ, एकदम बस अभी ध्यान आया. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. And a lot of people from Music Veranda have been watching it and loving it. Thank you, Veduda, for creating such masterpiece.
Not at all.
And yes, over to you. Share us a little more about the insights from Rabindranath Tagore. And yes,
I mean, I don't know. I think we should now just get immersed in his music. I mean, we've talked enough about his. I mean, honestly, Rabindranath Tagore, a lot of things has said, but as a musician, the fact that he modernized music is something that is often not talked about. Now, admittedly, in North India, West India, there's a ghazal. Ghazal has already been there. I mean, that tradition was already in existence, but in Bengal, that just wasn't there. And he created this grammar, which then later on, actually in Bollywood, ghazal is very much a part of it. But now this grammar has become much more popular. So it's in this sense that he laid the foundation of what in Bengali we call adhunik, meaning the modern songs, pop songs, if you will, where the tune becomes, the melody becomes very important because it becomes very accessible. It becomes easy to sing. It becomes, the tune sits with you. And then what he managed to do, which others have done to a lesser extent, is give those words that image, gives those words a visual, so that when you are singing, you are actually seeing the imagining the situation, or seeing the situation in your mind's eye. And I think that's the beauty of his songs, that all three things, the music, the melody, and the words, come together.
And
yes, sir.
Vedota, just a naive question from me. And Rabindranath Tagore was a poet and also a composer. Whose impact has been more on the landscape of Indian music or in Indian films or Indian literature, broadly speaking?
You talk about as a philosopher, as a literature. I mean, he goes on and on and on.
I just picked two components of a song, and that is why I asked.
To be honest, I think so. It's to me, it's a little strange that Rabindranath has not crossed over to pan-India level as much. I mean, we are singing some of his songs, and some really well-known songs are from Rabindranath Tagore. In fact, one of the songs I would like to sing after this is based on a very famous Rabindranath Tagore song, which then became a Bollywood song as well. But by and large, even if you look at his literature, his stories, and so on, they have not crossed over as much. And I think that's a kind of a shame. And I think it's an opportunity lurking for all the filmmakers and musicians. In Bengal, for sure, his influence on music has been so tremendous that I think one can rattle off names of Bengali movies that have persistently and consistently used Rabindranath's composition, even today. So I don't know which one is more. Poetry, Rabindranath's poetry mesmerizes Bengalis. As I said, Bengalis turn to Rabindranath at every turn. Whether they're sad, they turn to Rabindranath. When they are angry, they turn to Rabindranath. When they're joyous, they turn to Rabindranath. Every occasion. That's Ritik Ghodak had said it very, very well. He had said something to the effect of, let me see if I can find it. Oh, yes. He said, I cannot speak without Tagore. I understood what I am, and he has put in all the words. I read him, and I find that all that has been said, and I have nothing new to say. It just cannot be helped. You can be angry with him, you can criticize him, but in the final analysis, you will find that he is the last word. This is Ritik Ghodak. Okay, so that's what. So I think I won't want to separate out one thing. It's that integral stuff. I mean, there is a pre-Rabindranath and a post-Rabindranath Bengal. That's what I mean.
And Anila ji, I'm sure some of the Music Veranda members would want to sing. I see that Neena ji is with us.
Nina, and then Vedota, the second song. We like.
Oh yeah.
Nina,
hi everyone. Good evening. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Good evening, Vedo sir, and good evening, everyone. And I would like to sing this one stanza from film Rudali. So I will start this. पैरों में न साया कोई, सर पे न साए रे, मेरे साथ जाए ना मेरे परछाई रे. पैरों में न साया कोई, सर पे न साए रे, मेरे साथ जाए ना मेरी परछाई रे. बाहर उजाला है, अंदर वीराना यारा सीली सीली बिरहा की रात का जलना यारा सीली सीली डोला सीली सीली ओ यारा सीली सीली डोला सीली सीली यारा सीली सीली बिरहा की रात का जलना यारा सीली सीली डोला सीली सीली. Thank you.
Lovely.
That was nice. And Vedanta, which song was that which you were going to sing?
You want me to sing this?
Oh, yeah.
I'll sing only one stanza, so because we are just so late.
Sure.
Let me sing the Bengali song, the Rabindranath Sangit first, and then you tell me which song it is from. So it goes like this. He khonike rotiti ele prabhate kare chahiya jhara shefalir patho bahiya he khonike rotiti কোন মোরার বিরোহিনী রে চাহনি ফিরে কার বিষাদের শিশিরনি রে এলে নাহিয়া হে ক্ষণিকের অতিথি এলে প্রভাতে কারে চাহিয়া ঝরা শেফালির পথবাহিয়া হে ক্ষণিকের অতিথি. Which Hindi song does it remind you of?
जाए तो जाए कहाँ.
This is from 1959.
Yeah, such a beautiful song.
गर्द भरे दिल की जुबान जाए तो जाए मायूसियों की मजमा जी में क्या रह गया है इस जिंदगी में रूह ने हम दिल में धुआं जाए तो जाए कहाँ. So this is it's very interesting. The tune, the He Khonike Rotisi, the Rabindranath is in Rag Bhairavi. And S.D. Burman took it with a slight change. He made it kind of Rag Jaunpuri. So this is the part that I was talking about. They are not sticking to the exact formalism of ragas, but they're constantly innovating. That's the part that I'm calling it revolution. That's the part that I'm calling it experimental. That none of the things are strictly classical, but it takes from it and adds the melody. So you take it for what it is. I mean, would you say that S.D. Burman stole from Rabindranath? Well, then I can go back and say Bohen or Nirantaro Anandadhara is also stolen from Hindi. So, you know, it's inspiration. It's inspiration. It's always experimenting. It's always bringing in melody and rags together.
Oh, yes. And the emotions that each of the interpretation evokes is different. So that's in that way, it's new. And
in fact, many of the Rabindranath Tagore singers, they will sing songs in a different way. They will change the tempo. They will change which words to stress. And that's what gives the meaning. As I said, words are so important that those words become, how you emphasize words, how you emphasize phrases, where you speed up, slow down, gives new meaning to Rabindranath. And that's why there are many, many different singers who will sing in very, very different ways. And perhaps sometimes Bengalis get too stuck with, Rabindra Sangit, how it is to be sung. I think if you follow Rabindranath, he was an innovator. He was an experimentalist. He was breaking barriers, breaking formalism. So I feel, with due respect to all the Bengalis and Vishwabharati and Shantiniketan, one has to imbibe Rabindranath's spirit, not his formalism.
It's been a revolutionary show. So, Diptendo, I have a very interesting thing. What we can do is, we have a few people on screen, हम लोग सबसे एक takeaway पूछते हैं. क्या आज का takeaway उनके लिए है? How do you feel this is going to get struck? It's going to be great because the whole idea is to create that impact, that impression. So, can we start with Nitin, who you named people?
Why don't we start with Sadafji?
Yes.
I'm sorry. What did you want me to do?
One takeaway of this show, of this program.
Oh, the takeaway was to get to know all of the people and all of you wonderful people doing some great work, especially Bedabrata. And yeah, I was just listening in and enjoying and getting to know more about so many different aspects of Tagore's personality. It's a huge ocean. Like you get immersed and you still cannot, like you're sinking in it. It's just a lot to explore. So I'm just feeling the surface. So I don't know. I'm just learning.
Sadaf would love to know more about your work. So we should perhaps connect. I want to hear
please.
about.
I would really like to stay in touch with at least some of you.
Let me send my email here. You can contact me. Anybody can contact me on this email.
Yes, I will also share my email.
Yes, Deepindu. Who's next? How about your?
Okay. मैं केवल इतना ही कहूँगा. For me, Music Veranda shows are not entertainment; they are infotainment because I get to learn something every time, and my perspective as a human being and as a musician widens every time a stalwart like Bedabrata Pain-the and Dhamma sir attends and graces Music Veranda's platform because I could have never thought about the things that they explain or they articulate.
Thank you, Deepindu. Yes. Meena, आपको कुछ बोलना है? रूपी जी, देवी sir.
I just want to say, Ruby ji, please continue.
मुझे तो आज का प्रोग्राम इतना अच्छा लगा. बेदो जी का गाना भी इतना अच्छा उन्होंने गाया. मजा आ गया आज. बहुत अच्छा लगा मुझे. थैंक यू बेदो सर.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. और my takeaway is like अभी तक ना मुझे लगता था मतलब I was not even so feeling like to explore Rabindranath Tagore because एक कुछ block था दिमाग में. लेकिन आज मुझे लग रहा नहीं वो block unnecessary था. And Bedoda, I'm so thankful to you for breaking that barriers, that block. You know, like it's so good to know that he's father of the Indian modern music. And I can actually relate to every, like जो भी हमारा आज का गाना, actually I'm able to relate it to every song of जो आज आपने शाम को रूबी जी ने गाया और various other singers have sung. So thank you so very much. A personal thanks to you. So yes, Mashrita, over to you and the last song from you.
मैं सोच रही थी वही I had to excuse myself to have my dinner. So Beduda का एक बहुत favorite song है which he kind of mentioned about आमी चीनी को चीनी तुम्हारे. This song is again it's a Rabindra Sangeet and it has been taken by Satyajit Ray for a film in which Kishore Kumar had sung actually for free because वो उसके father-in-law थे. So Kishore Kumar had great reverence for Ray. So it goes like this. Today, in fact, the sari that I was wearing, it had that script. So I realized it anyways. তোমায় দেখেছি শরণে প্রাতে তোমায় দেখেছি মাধবে রাতে তোমায় দেখেছি বাজারে ও বিদেশি আমি আকাশে পাতিয়া গান শুনেছি তোমার নাম আমি তোমারে শুনেছি প্রাণ বিদেশি ভুবন ভূমি আশিসে আমি এসেছি
It's a very light song, but it's really a lovely song.
All right then. So Bedota, parting words to close this evening. What would you like to say, to share with the audience? What message do you want to convey to all of us?
Diptendu, I want to thank Bedo sir. It was really wonderful learning a lot from him, and इतना सब कुछ सीखने को मिला sir से. So thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Diptendu, I think the only thing I would say, which I keep on telling Anila all the time, that I need to be here more. So this is such a fantastic forum. But this, like Rabindranath, also needs to go all India wide.
Oh yeah.
Yes, beautiful program.
So I think that's what I would say. Anila, she really deserves. We have given a vote of thanks to a lot of people, but I don't think we have given a vote of thanks to Anila. I think there's a round of applause should be for her. I hope she's
So
still
we
there.
always keep thanking Anila for just creating such beautiful programs.
Yes.
She's the engine behind everyone.
Yes.
And Bedota, we'll strive to. Okay, Ruby ji wants to say something. Ruby ji, आप please अपने आप को unmute करें.
मैं 2 लाइन गाऊंगी. ये गाना मुझे बहुत फेवरेट है.
जी.
আমার হিয়ার মাঝে লুকিয়েছিলে, দেখতে আমি পাইনি, তোমায় দেখতে আমি পাইনি, আমার হিয়ার মাঝে লুকিয়েছিলে, বাহির পানে চোখ মেলেছি, বাহির পানে আমার হৃদয়ে পানে চাইনি, আমার হিয়ার মাঝে লুকিয়েছিলে, দেখতে আমি পাইনি, তোমায় দেখতে আমি পাইনি, আমার হিয়ার মাঝে লুকিয়েছিলে.
Wow. Lovely. What a song to end with. Thank you.
Beautiful. And with that beautiful song, Bedota, again, warm thanks to you. Thank you for gracing Music Veranda's stage. And all of us enjoyed listening to you. We are leaving this evening richer because we have more appreciation of Rabindranath Tagore, the legend, the composer, the poet, the philosopher, and we are so happy that you joined and you spent your time with us. And with that, I close this evening and request someone to stop the Facebook Live.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Good night.
Have a good day, everyone. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Great host.